What's going on, guys? Today we are going to be painting this 1.5 inch micro splasher. I'm going crappie fishing with a couple of buddies here soon, and I don't know pretty much anything about crappie fishing. So the game plan is I just don't want to show up empty-handed. They said they got everything covered as far as tackle goes, but Baker Builds can't show up without a custom painted fishing lure to at least give them as a thank you for taking me fishing. I have no idea what colors we're going to be doing today. I might be doing more than one of these, so we're just going to kind of wing it on this one. I know I want to do something that is bright and flashy and maybe something they haven't seen before. So I think what we're going to be doing is breaking out the good old Wicked Silver Flare Spectrum, which I have a couple of videos using this color. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. I have it linked in the description below if you guys want some for yourselves. I'm going to put this on the paint shaker and see if I can get it shook up, because it's been a while since I've done painting. So this needs a little bit of attention. And of course, with the other videos I've done where we're kind of experimenting what color this looks best over top of, it was definitely black. So what I'm going to be doing is giving the entire bait a nice layer of some transparent black. And this one, the bill on it is so tiny that I'm not worried about trying to tape it off. We're just going to go ahead and paint the bill and everything, and then clear coat should hold it all together pretty good. So nice base coat layer of some transparent black. That looks like a nice base coat of black to me. I already goofed up on this video. The bait's so tiny, and I put like 5 or 6 drops of paint in there. So clear out the airbrush, and then we'll hit this with the hairdryer, and we'll come back in with our Wicked Silver Flare. Did it again. Just filled this bad boy with some paint. Oh well, here goes the layer of the Wicked Silver Flare. Going to cover everything that's black, which is the whole bait. Going to give that probably 2 coats of the Wicked Silver Flare. Maybe. I know what my problem was. Air compressor wasn't on. So we had enough air to do the black, but not this one. There we go, that's a little better. All right, coming in with a second layer. I'm doing these really, really light, so that way I don't end up with really, really thick paint on this tiny bait. So doing really light layers, so I might end up doing more than 2. So hopefully you guys can see that on there. I know this paint looks stunning once the clear coat goes on. Definitely a cool color, and you can do some pretty wild paint schemes with it. I'm gonna clean out the airbrush, and then we'll try to figure out what we're gonna do next, because this is as far as I thought. So I know for sure I want the mouth of this bait to be red, just because I feel like that makes sense for the way this bait looks. So I think we're gonna start off with some red, and that might just end up being the color we do for the rest of the bait. Like I said, I don't know what pattern I'm going for here, other than I just want something that looks pretty crazy. And the red we are using is a transparent Createx bright red. So I'm gonna start with that on the mouth. Oh, got a little carried away there. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that with the hairdryer. I just had a wasp fly in my shop. Okay. Don't worry about that. Gonna do a little bit more of the red. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and do some on the belly as well. So the back half of the lip mouth area right here, I'm gonna go ahead and paint the whole bottom side of that in red as well. And I'm gonna carry it down. Try to get it to fade right before the first line or the first hook tie there. And then I think I'm gonna do a little bit at the butt of the bait, kind of where that back hook tie is. There we go, nice and simple. And I think I'm just gonna come back in with some more black. Let me hair dry this. We'll clean out the airbrush and see if we can figure it out. So I think, because this bait's so small, trying to keep it simple here, I think what I'm going to do is come in with some more black right on the back of the bait. But I'm going to hold some netting in place to get some scales. So really simple paint job here. And I think I'm going to do another one of these, and we'll do some different colors. So I'm kind of wanting to see what these scales look like on that size of bait. There we go. Pretty simple, and I'm digging it. I think I'm going to darken up where the eyes are going to go, because I got some eyes that kind of match the silver flare. So I want the around where the eye's going to go to be a little bit darker. I think what I decided to do was do some nice dots on the side of the bait. Now, if you don't have these yet, I just saw that Barlow's tackle had them. So if you're ordering some blanks, pick some of these up as well, because they are super duper handy. And I think what I'm going to do is go for like 1, 2, 3, I guess 4 dots going down the side of the bait. Now I'm going to do these in red, but I want the red to be super duper bright. So first, before I'm going to do the dots in some opaque white, that way the red will stand out, or that way it has a white base to the red, and it'll make that red super bright. And I'm using the biggest dot in this kit. There we go, 4 nice little dots. Pretty clean. Okay, we're gonna hair dry that really well, because when we put that red on there, we don't want that white to mix with it, end up with a pink dot. And now we're going to bring our bright red back out and do a dot right over top of the white. Ooh, should I leave it? I might actually leave it like that instead of making the red go all the way. I kind of like the way that looks. Huh? Should I leave it? I think we're going to leave it. So instead of filling all the white in, just doing a smaller red dot in the center so it has a white ring around it. All right, I'm digging the way this looks. I think we just gotta get some juicy eyes now, which these were the eyes I was initially thinking before we did the white rings in the around the red. I don't know if these are the right size or not. Looks like they are. I kind of feel like we need some brighter eyes now, though. We might go with these fellers right here. I think that fits the bait a little bit better, and it's got the red, black, and silver, which kind of matches our white. Add a little dab of glue. Oh no. Can he save it? There we go. Pretty juicy. I like it. All right, there we go. Does not look like a whole lot right now, but once that clear coat goes on, it's going to make that silver flare sparkle like crazy. So I think this is good enough for this one. I think what I'm going to do is paint the exact same blank, and we'll do it more of like a natural looking color. I just kind of missed that silver flare because I haven't used it in a while. I then wanted to try something that looked totally crazy, which I think this does. So next video, we'll paint the same blank, but we'll do more of a natural looking pattern. Something kind of like a shad maybe, or bluegill, something along those lines. Either way, I'm going to call this one good and get some clear coat on it, and then we can come back and take a look at what it looks like all finished up.